All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Apothecary Diaries, episode 12.
Okay,
All right, we understand.
Well,
so at least I've drawn a diagram.
another diagram.
This is what we've got here. Whom's the Emperor Jinshi?
No,
Wait, hold on.
That's old. You need to update that.
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I guess it's whom's the Emperor? Jinshi plus time.
There we go.
You know,
that's a proper equation right there.
If Big E over here had baby with AD, if AD plus E equals J,
right?
But E plus the C's over here doesn't equal K's, then we don't have an H to replace J.
Okay. Now the thing is, one
it makes perfect sense.
I feel like this is that joke from Brooklyn Nine-Nine of is this your locker or is it the garbage dump from the Philippines? But instead it's is this a diagram of like a molecule or is it a bloodline? They're both or they're both
they're both wrong.
Royal bloodlines.
Exactly.
But
the best part about this is that Jinshi was a secret royal all along. He just was the
right. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some special juice, right, going through Jinshi's veins, right?
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he is heir because secret baby, all that stuff. In addition to the fact that there's another kid, right? It's a little baby, right?
Right.
So
and also he'd have just as much claim as any other kid of the Emperor's, other than the age dynamic, which we don't know how that works.
Sure, but then on top of that, there's another very important question that could have bearing on whether or not he is, Emperor equal Jinshi plus time.
Right.
Is that does he have his stuff?
Well,
that's important for a few reasons, but especially when you think about being a future leader.
With how horny my man on main is, I think he's got all his stuff, and that's the big scandal.
Well, no, because you could still be horny, but if the stuff doesn't get to the place.
Yeah, totally. But I think with how much the show is emphasizing how horny he is.
But that could be another level of frustration, right?
Sure.
Is the knowledge that shit,
we'll
have to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out next time on
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, exactly.
We must investigate. We must come to the bottom of this.
No, it's the front. I'm sorry. We have plenty of ways to investigate, and all of them involve Mao sitting in his lap basically for a little bit.
And yet they didn't do that.
And yes, she did sit in his lap, kinda.
He was hugging her from behind and everything. And yes, of course, that was not the kind of time where there would be an especially demonstrative bit of evidence there.
No. Here's a good point. He's outside at night. He's been drinking.
Of course, right. All of the reasons.
And he's cold, so...
In addition to just the, hey, thank you show for not doing it at that time where they were having, their first tender, vulnerable moment in a lot
Well,
where it was vulnerable
at the same time. I think,
right, exactly.
I think it's the issue that for them, they're friends-ish. And it's tough to figure out, what levels of connection they want to ascend to that is reciprocated.
Yeah,
because you can see
what if any.
What if any? Right, and you can see there's times where he's like, I'm gonna go up that ladder rung. I'm up there, and she's just like, I don't even see the ladder. What are you pointing at?
Right. And every time she steps on his face to push him further down the ladder, he's like, yes, please.
Oh, harder.
Yeah, right. So, yeah.
Right.
It's a situation.
It's a situationship, and we've also got the idea that while she does enjoy kind of the banter a little bit, I don't think she wants to stand out any more than she already does.
No, she
So
doesn't.
Jinshi is a walking time bomb of you standing out even more, Mao. So
right, and
have
that's
fun with that.
And that's in the best of cases, putting aside all the stuff of the
all the other things.
Yes, you could have me executed and all of that stuff, regardless of whether or not you would.
Right,
and regardless of whether or not you have would.
Then they would create potentially another royal. Like,
yeah, that'd be, well, okay.
Given this show's just generally more mature,
Even
connection
if that,
with sex as a whole.
no, yeah, even if
like,
that ended up getting brought up as a thing, like Mao would be like, okay, so.
Well, no. I'm talking like way down the line.
We're gonna get some like cow intestines or something and make you a condom because, like, fuck, I'm actually getting like you're knocking me up. That's not happening, you know.
Sorry.
Like,
I'm just saying that was out of pocket, but yeah, you know, it's a you know, Mao plus Jinshi equals, you know,
equals
royal.
this show.
Oh, that's true. That's also very true. The show wouldn't exist without that way. So.
No.
All right, yeah. Let's take this knowledge and let's just go quietly into the palace again and not
never
tell
speak of it
anyone.
again.
Nope. Just never give any of it away. Mao must remain protected and Mao.
Yeah.
So there, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this. It gives me so much joy every time I see that man's fucking name in the credits there in English. You know, Kevin Penkin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, yes, you go, King. Telling you, there's going to be a reason for her to dress like that. There's going to be a reason for her to dress like that.
フォンミンの処刑後、フォンミンの親族は財産を奪われ、すべて肉刑に処された。
Damn.
犯行はフォンミンの一存によるものとされ、主であるアードー妃に沙汰がなかったのは幸いだった。フォンミンの実家、およびその関係者の名簿がここにある。
養蜂以外にも手広くやっていたようで、80人ほどいます。
2000人中80人売り飛ばされた先は九段の関係者だったらしい。
お望みであれば隠蔽しますが。
Yeah.
お望みであれば正しいかどうかは関係ない。俺が言えばその通りになる。どんなに嫌な命令だろうと受け止めるだろう。簡単に決めてしまえばいい。隠蔽すれば、もしそれが彼女の意に反しているのであれば、好きでもない場所に引き止められたと気づいたとき、どのように受け取られよう。
You're more wondering about how she would feel and how that would affect your connection with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because-
There it is.
ジンシ様、
Yep. Wake up.
都合の良い駒ではなかったのですか。
Oh. Was that all she was?
大量解雇。そうだよ。家の娘は全員辞めなくちゃなんないんだって。急に辞めることになって困ってる子周りにいるよ。なんだか嫌な予感がする。今解雇とかかなり困るんだが、まだやり手ババアのところに乗客を送り込めていない。今帰れば。ただいま。
Bah! Yep.
確実に売り。
Oh my god.
God, the chibi stuff. Oh, that was a nice cut. Like the chibi stuff is just wonderful when it gets thrown in.
上の実家は交易を行っている商家になっていた。本民の実家が養蜂の。
These are fun cuts just to kind of shift the.
あるかもしれない。
I'm loving the character animation for Mao. Like it's very expressive for how just all over the place she's feeling right now.
Hello.
First time she's actually approached him. Certainly with that kind of tone.
Yeah.
落ち着け、顔が真っ赤だぞ。
お話があります。
中で話そう。今度の大量解雇のことだが。
私はどうなるのでしょうか。
名簿だ。
解雇というわけですね。
どうしたい？
玉葉様の次女になってから毒味もできるし。
Actually, kind of liking it here. Yeah.
Yeah.
私はただの女官。解雇しないでくださいなんて言える立場ではない。
But he is asking you.
ただの女官です。言われるままに下働きでも。
命じられれば。
そうだ。命令されれば多少給金が下がっても文句は言わない。
Oh, this hurts. That's not what he's asking, though.
Yeah.
Because she's saying the same thing she always says, but it's the internals are different.
Yeah.
クビにしないでくれ。
わかった。
それでは。
金は弾もう。
Yeah. You didn't speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. Negotiation failed. Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Fun.
All right.
Actual, like, cool consequence.
いつまでそうしているやはり引き止めればよかったのでは
But she didn't want to.
No.
解雇通知の翌週
Oh, you just shut the fuck up. Yeah.
うん Yep.
家へ帰って礼儀正しく世話になった場所一軒一
後悔しても知らないよ。
Pout, pout, pout.
代わりの珍しいおもちゃを与えるのは骨が折れる
Oh my god.
いや
Oh my god.
娘をおもちゃと一緒にしてはいけないのかもしれない道具として扱いたくなくて引き止めるのをやめたのだから
That's growth.
全くもって手間のかかる厄介な主人だ
But the fucking fungus will keep growing.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
やってみるか
Boo-hoo. Sub, sub.
He's growing all those mushrooms, hoping that, you know, she'll come back to collect them.
まさかマオマオと一緒に宴に行く日が来るとはな。
今宵の仕事はそれだけお金がかかる。晩の給金1年分の銀が消える。6章間の3姫を
Wow.
て呼びつけるとは。私の役目は姉ちゃんたちの引き立て役だよ。はい、マウマウ。とりあえず売り飛ばされずに済んでいる。
かわいいじゃない。
時間だよ
Ah.
なあ少し甘しになったじゃないか
ああ
すぐに客を取ってくれてもいいんだよ
She's like, I see money to be made from you. Yes.
たんまり稼いできな
Whatever
Yes!
the equivalent dollar sign is, just above their heads, just everywhere.
どうなんて持ってのほか。
Nice blending the 3D of the horses in the background there.
ボーにもここ数年、その動きが顕著だ。
Oh, and the carriages too.
さすがに大した金持ちだ。
Don't break
一つくらい
anything.
土産にもらってもバレない。あ、いい
Oh,
か。
Yeah, yeah, no.
こちらのお部屋で
That's how you get your head chopped off, yeah.
Right.
李白様の紹介の宮廷交換だと聞いたが、思ったより年若いな。こんな金持ちがいるなら、もっと早く紹介してくれればいいのに、借金も少しは減っただろうに。さて、ひげてひげて。
All right, here we go. Fake smile on.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
here we go.
uh-huh.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, they're actually giving us full animation for the dancing too. I thought they were gonna do like, yeah, more stuff like this basically, but they're doing both.
仕事とはいえ、ずっと笑ってるのは疲れるな。
Yeah.
I'll bet.
Oh my god!
No way.
This son of a bitch is here!
一人にしてくれ一人になりたい
だって、どこ
You don't recognize him?
Oh my god.
人士様
Oh.
なぜ避ける
議場には触れないでください。
そもそもなんでそんな格好
アルバイト中です。
もしかしてお前
このお方はどうにも人の低層を疑う性格らしい。別に個人で客を取ったりしてませんよ。まだ。
なら俺が買ってやろうか
Holy. Yeah, what kind of joke? Wait a minute.
いいかもしれません。
She's like, I mean, that's actually a lot of money.
高級に勤めるのも。
Oh,
あそこが嫌でやめたんじゃなかったのか
続けたいと打診したのに解雇したのはそちらでしょ。
I
This
love
is
that we're getting this
amazing.
cleared up immediately.
Yeah.
なろうと思ってなれるものじゃありません。毒実験ができないことくらいでした。
毒実験はさすがにやめろ
今日はまた一段と子供みたい
Because
な。
he's happy. He's
Mhm.
happy.
He's over the moon.
Yeah.
そういうやつだよな
何ですか？
言葉が足りないって言われないか
Oh, yeah.
だからなんで逃げる
規則ですから。
少しくらいいいだろ
ダメです。
エレモンじゃないだろ
気力が減ります。
It's ending my spirit.
指先だけだ
そういえばこの男粘着質だ。指先だけですよ。
Oh. An indirect kiss. Oh.
じゃないか。いつの間に？
Uh-huh.
マオマオったら見てられないな。
姉ちゃん。
Hey, Yeah. He set this up. He set this up.
Yep.
のことはよく覚えていない。
あれ誰なんだ
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
とにかく姉ちゃんたちの
Oh my god, they're like so
Fantastic.
Your first night out?
Yeah, yeah.
You've already got a guy pining for you? What?
念のため作っておくか。
Just a little
その
poison?
発想を書かないとろくなことに。
Oh, yeah, yeah.
あれは去年の
The fake freckles, yeah. Oh.
さらわれたの
Yeah.
は驚きだが、よりによって売られた先が高級とは。
That was pretty lucky.
しかも出世して次女にまでな。
Yeah, you
年
miss
季
it.
が終わるまでおとなしくしてようと思ってたのに。
できてるかい？
はい、これ。
見てもらいたいのがいるんだ。頼めるかい？
Oh.
わかった。
Someone's not doing well.
It's just Jinchi.
No. They're gonna die.
生涯関わりたくない場所だったんだよな。今出るから。
ゆっくりしてきな。どうすんだい？これから。
借金ならちゃんと返すよ。
当たり前だ。
Yeah, I meant, what are you
Obviously, huh?
expiring for? What do you
戻るのかい？
what do you want? Yeah.
わかんない。高級も花町も大して変わらないのかも。
Go back home.
You're thinking about it an awful lot.
少し風に当たってくる。
It's cold out there. Should put the fake freckles on. Okay.
That is a pretty shot.
高級も花町も大して変わらない花園であり。
Oh.
But I mean, if
Fun
there's
insert song, yeah.
if there's no difference though, wouldn't hurt to go back, right?
Different people.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I think about it, because of how like sure of herself Mamo is, she really doesn't contemplate a lot, you know?
She definitely has a more paranoid personality. But yes, she is quite confident in her own abilities to figure it out if she stops to like think about it.
And like what her feelings are about something. So the idea that she's actually confused now because yeah.
Right, but looking back on all those experiences, I think she's weighing them, realizing that she'd prefer the palace because those experiences are actually quite different than what she got in a brothel.
どうなるんだろう。これから。
It's a good question.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Ah, all right.
数日後、都の花
Yes.
に美しい貴人が現れる。
To call. Holy! Holy!
ババアも目がくらむ金子と、
Oh.
な草を持ったその男は、
Oh!
一人の娘を所望した。
Like to go back with him to the rear palace or like asks for her.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
those are two very different things.
that's why they cut the episode.
No, I
then.
know. It
And
makes for a
you can
great
sit on
cliffhanger.
that. You can stew on that.
Oh yeah,
Think about it
absolutely.
for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I love how the misunderstanding was dealt with so quickly. I love that it happened though, because it's like, yeah, of course. Like she doesn't like she said literally the exact same stuff that she always says, you know? Like so of course he doesn't think anything's changed, right?
Right. Yeah, and then having the episode effectively be like a 1/3 recap episode works because we're just basically having a little interlude while she figures out and communicates with Jinshi that she actually does want to be there.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Mao, you don't often get a gift of a very strange new herb growing out of a dead insect. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
right, exactly.
That's
Like-
pretty fucking
Like
cool.
he pays the old lady so that it's you don't have to worry about a sense of obligations or whatever, right?
Right.
That clears you on that front. And then I'm going to do this because I want you to come with me, right? And here's something that you understand, you appreciate, but also
Right.
your call, right?
Yeah. All right, fuck yeah.
So
Jinshi coming in, swooping
Yeah.
in with his purple cloak, just being like, "Oh, I'm a genius. I will give gifts. I will just use my 2 fingers."
Right. Mao Mao's being like, "Oh wow, yeah, there's a lot of money that went into this place, huh? Yeah, that's a big deal, you know." Yeah, maybe a lot of money did specifically go into this, right?
This is like one of his like many potential places outside the palace or something.
Sure.
It might not even be his, but it's the idea that they're like, we have some important people showing up, so let's furnish it properly.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I'm sure he double dipped, right, with the yes, we need to properly do something for some political whatever or something, right? And then, but you know, while I'm at it, like, you know, you're.
And I
like,
love the idea that he didn't know that Mao was going to be here.
Oh, I think he totally did.
Oh, no, I think Gaoshin set this up. I think Gaoshin entirely set this up.
Oh, yeah?
My man was actually just sitting there in the dumps. He wasn't like,
that's true.
Where is
no,
she?
that
Like,
is okay. That is a good point.
if he knew she was going to be here, he would have been like a fucking
yeah.
meerkat. like
that's a good
What?
point.
What?
That's a good
Where
point.
is
Yeah.
she?
So eventually, Gaoshin is just looking at him.
Gaoshin's sitting in the corner like Keikaku Dori. You know?
Right.
Like,
He had been watching him just grow mushrooms on himself for too long. He's like,
this is bullshit. I can't deal with this. No.
Yeah.
How do I get back his favorite toy? Wait, but this is not just a favorite toy.
He specifically did the thing to make sure that it wasn't a situation of his favorite toy.
He's growing up.
He's
God,
growing
it's so difficult.
Yeah, right. Like
He's so inconsistent. Oh.
Yep. And now it's now he's dealing with just the consequences of his own actions, and he's like, oh God, you know.
Yeah. So
okay, I got you.
Thankfully, the episode really kept things, I would say, light and easy. Given that a lot of this episode was a recap thing to give us that kind of, hey, this has been the journey thus far, and the consequences of the actual thing, while they didn't have any real like impact on the story that much, it did shift things in a big way for Jinshi, because he didn't just set up Mao for the, we're going to have you like really like speak in no uncertain terms, like whether or not you want this, you want to do this. And while they had 2 conversations about it, the second one then led to the big changing in Mao standing up. Hey, I wave my hand, I produce chest of gold. Her debts are done.
Right.
Oh, also, Mao, I'm going to treat you like an equal, kind of, and I'm going to give you a gift, basically, as one would another political party, to be like, I desire something from you.
Yeah.
Will you take this trade offer here? This is not I'm thanking you for coming back. This is
right.
I would like to ask something of you.
Well, and another thing that I love about this is, so the whole
honor my proposal.
Right. And the whole situation of her debt to the old lady in the first place, like, it's the, okay, yeah, I need to get her to have a bunch of money because, you know, she helped me with the whole situation with the guy. Okay,
yeah,
but
sure.
that's fairly low in overall consequence to the plot and things like that.
Very low consequence to the plot.
So the idea that is something that would theoretically get in the way, no, we're not going to do that.
No.
But it's not something of, theoretically it could be, we'll have to see. I fully trust that it's not something of, and now Jinshi is like, cool, and now I will purchase you my favorite toy, you know, right?
Yeah,
like,
he's not doing that.
Right, but he might not have done this if not for the fact of realizing, one, oh, you're here and, you know, meeting her again, but also, wait, you're working as a courtesan. You know,
yeah.
Right, like
God, he's so basic and simple. I love it. His thing of like, no, I cannot have you be a. And it's just like, bro, you don't need to demean us women in that regard here. This is a very honored profession here.
No, right, but even, you know, that, all of that aside, you know, it's just the, you know, because, and yes, him being 17 makes total sense then.
Right.
The thought of you with another person, I can't, you know,
yeah.
I
cannot bear it.
Right, I cannot bear it. And so now, yeah, he shows up, he does his grand gesture, although, let's be real, the real grand gesture was the indirect kiss thing, because goddamn.
That was him basically saying, hey, listen, listen,
Right.
hey, listen. And then she's like, fuck, fine, a little bit. And then he just goes, boundaries respected. And then she's just like, Oh fuck! Wait!
yeah,
I forgot. That's how weird this guy is.
Well,
yes, he's so weird about you. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like it's the thing of like that was such a wonderful like power play of doing the indirect kiss thing there, because she hasn't taken him seriously up until now. Because,
I mean, she's had moments of taking him seriously, but as a whole, she doesn't like him, you know.
Right,
that's
exactly. She doesn't
yeah.
like him, and so of course, you know, she's not. But I feel like the times even where she does take him seriously, it's kind of where she's forced to because of external circumstances. You know.
To clarify, what you mean by taking seriously is taking his affection seriously. She
Right.
has taken his position as
Exactly.
someone that could execute her
Very
seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
But as
yeah.
far as his affections, it's just
Yes.
okay, whatever, you know, put up with it, try and make it, you know, like, you know, just
this fucking
manage it.
schmooze coming in here.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, not interested. And then this is where it's the no. I like this is where it goes from just being like the okay, he likes me to like, oh, he likes me. Like,
See,
you know.
I think it's more the thing of no, I've seen this before. It's just he's being so direct and overt with it that she's like, oh fuck, I forgot that he can be like this, you know?
Okay.
And so it's more the thing of I don't want to encourage that, but it would be nice to go back to the palace, you know? So,
Right.
So
Yeah,
you know.
and I love how when she told her perspective on things of how she was like, I tried to persuade you not to, you know, but you still like, you know, fired me and all that. He didn't even end up communicating, oh, I thought you were saying this other thing, you know, right? Like, he just takes it in stride and then it's like, okay, so what am I going to do here? And, well, we get to see that.
Yeah, but the next part after that is a blur, and then she talks about how she had to answer all their questions and everything.
Yep.
We do make a very clear point of showing the way her makeup is set up, though, is that she very much like has blush on so that it covers any, you know,
Actual
blushing.
But she does actually blush.
Well, she blushes, but it's like, I mean, it's very like his smug little smile.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, I would say, subtle. I would say if you compare it to the actual like blush that she has on, like here, and then when we actually see her blush here, it's about the same.
Sure.
But yeah, she's clearly blushing out of embarrassment because, you know, she's now going to have the evidence of him breaking a rule be obvious on the thing there. And she's like, I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
So, you know, standing out again is more the concern rather than her actually being like having her heart doki because he ended up doing this.
Yeah, it's still very much in that realm of the, oh my God, this guy is so frustrating, you know. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, she ponders. She thinks about all of her time in the rear palace, and then our fucking boy comes in here with the gift to end all gifts, as he's just like, hey, by the way, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Your debt thing is done. Now, you are not obligated to me because I like that we are not going into that dynamic here where he is not, you know, purchasing her in any way. He is basically saying, I am buying out your loan. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
and this, yeah, the antics that will come from this gesture, though, I am so excited to see because, you know, if they had enough trouble communicating of, do you want to be here or not, when he asks her, do you want to stay here, you know, the idea of him coming in, dropping, you know, like doing the full Kiryu real estate, you know, like, I'd like to make an offer in cash, you know, and then gives her the specific gift that he knows she'll love, and then and in exchange he asks for a certain girl, and it's like,
Now you could go he's purchasing her route with that, but I like to interpret until we get actual hard evidence that by saying he asks. Not saying he demands
right, exactly.
or he trades. I guess the in exchange part is where the trade part could come in.
Although even within the context of that, I think that can end up being just fine because given that she did want to stay in the rear palace, she communicated to him that she did actually that whole time want to stay in the rear palace.
Right.
Then in this situation, even if it's adhering to the traditional societal structures of it's a thing that's being done as a purchase or whatever.
Transaction, yeah.
Right, it's a transaction. That can be more of the excuse rather than the actual foundational principle. Yeah, exactly.
Right. I think that's the point of the gift to her, is that it's no, I'm not here to purchase you. Obviously, yes, what it's going to look like maybe to some people is that I'm purchasing you. But it's also, you could say no to this because I am asking.
Right. The old lady at the brothel will absolutely be being like pushing you out the door, but you can absolutely say no.
Yeah, I do think that the opportunity to have a negotiation after that of like, hey, wait, no, you want this much money? Oh, no, we can milk you, here. That is definitely her MO if it would. But no, I think Mao Mao is going to be excited to go back. I think they're probably going to handwave most of the dynamics of this, and we're just going to learn about it over the course of the next, probably the rest of the season here.
Right.
Because this is very much the, end of a cour episode style of thing where they, don't adapt as much maybe of the source material in order to make it structurally work with the season as a whole. But then thus end it at this specific point and not see how it continues into the actual Rear Palace storyline.
But also from the standpoint of the narrative as a whole, this is a change, right? Because before this, we didn't know what the deal was exactly with Jinshi, and Mao Mao did not want to be there. So now having something where we know what the situation is, Jinshi has made his intentions fully known,
right?
And she does want to be there. Oh, okay, cool. Now we're in. Now we are officially in that next stage of the story.
Right. Yeah. This is one of those things where I said earlier that it's not a real change to the plot. What I meant was that clearly she's going to come back to the Rear Palace, but she's going to have pivoted a degree or two to the side by, instead of necessarily being in the Jade Pavilion, she's going to be, working directly under Master Jinshi, or it's she's going to be a liaison to the doctor guy who will then maybe be, put into more of a parallel position with her rather than a, subservient kind of dynamic there, or what have you. But it's basically going to be, we're back to business as normal. She's going to go back to the Rear Palace and do her Mao Mao thing.
Right.
But with a new appreciation and connection with Jinshi. That's the main thing that changed, really.
The plot is in service of the characters, and so this nod at the idea of the plot changing is really just to help focus on the way that characters have changed and will continue to change.
Yeah.
And now we go back to business as normal.
Yes, this is why narrative convenience is awesome.
Exactly.
You can use it and you just have them immediately get everything back to normal, and it's more there just to service a fun connection with the characters, because otherwise these two fucking bakas wouldn't have actually communicated in this manner at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this just forces a change for the fun of it.
And was it maybe instigated by Gaoshin?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But,
But also their actions led to her ending up getting set back to, be a courtesan and stuff. That was not Gaoshin. That was these two. Their combined miscommunication led to this situation.
Yep.
So that's also a fun thing that rewards, if you will, the miscommunication.
Right, because having a character have a weakness, especially if it's with something like communication, it's very easy for then that to be something that gets in the way of progress of the plot, because if they don't communicate, like how do you deal with something where they're not communicating about it? You need to have some point where you're aware that the situation is causing problems so that then the characters can grow.
Yeah, imagine if they spent 3 episodes on
exactly
having this mini arc outside of the palace. You could do that.
You could do that.
But where's the actual groundwork to set up all that stuff there? You'd have to introduce new characters, or you'd have to actually develop the existing characters at the brothel and stuff.
And ideally have it still be something where we care about it enough to enjoy the process as she gets to that point. But since what we're really interested in is the growth happening, then yes, we know that time passes and all of that stuff, and we can get little bits to, make us really feel this change that Mao Mao has gone through.
Right.
And then we get back to it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so, okay, great. Yeah, the progress is being made. You know, yes, that's still going to be a problem that Mao Mao has, I'm sure.
Yes.
You know, but we're not going to let it derail the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.